I do not condone the use of illegal or legal drugs. This video is strictly for harm reduction, documentation, and research purposes only. Whatever you do, please do not go out and try this drug because you saw me do it. But if you must, be safe. All drugs must be respected, including DXM. DXM is a drug that is classified as a dissociative, but that classification is a little bit limiting if you dive into the effects of DXM. DXM can be purchased as an over-the-counter drug in most countries. DXM gets you high by affecting your NMDA receptors of your brain. Positive effects one can expect from DXM are euphoria, laughter, disassociation, which isn't positive for everyone, but most DXM users describe it as a positive experience, creativeness, dreamlike states, and an increased understanding of others' points of view. Neutral effects you can expect from DXM include dilated pupils, visual and auditory hallucinations, confusion, difficulty with motor skills. Negative effects include vomiting, itchiness, dizziness, rashes, diarrhea, fever, and increased heartbeat. During the week leading up to this weekend, me and my friend had decided that we definitely wanted to take DXM. So we settled on Saturday night. I headed over to his work to pick him up after stopping at the gas station, and then we would head over to his house, ready to embark on this DXM journey. Keep in mind, we both have had a decent amount of experience with this drug. My friend had recently ordered black lights for his bedroom, and he had not yet tripped DXM since he got these black lights, and we were both excited to see how it would influence our experiences. The method of ingesting DXM we would be drinking one whole bottle of RoboCough, which contains 450 milligrams of DXM and no other active ingredients. And I highly recommend this product if you are going to take DXM. I do not recommend consuming DXM. I do not condone the use of illegal or legal drugs, but I know that doesn't mean anything, and people are going to try stuff whether or not they watch this documentary. So I very much suggest that you get RoboCough or a product similar that only has DXM, because it's a matter of life and death. Different cough syrups can contain other active ingredients that can kill you if consumed in large doses, such as acetaminophen. At 9:25, my friend would drink his bottle of RoboCough, 450 milligrams of DXM. He is experienced in consuming DXM. I do not recommend drinking a whole bottle of RoboCough if you are not experienced with DXM. And I would end up drinking my bottle 20 minutes later. And, I have a little bit of a tough time drinking straight out of the bottle, so I choose to pour it in a cup as I can drink it a lot faster. And the taste is pretty bad, so I recommend people drink it out of cups. My friend doesn't mind, but in my opinion, it's much better to pour it into the cups. It's a lot faster to drink, and it tastes pretty bad, so you want to drink it really quickly. But I drink mine at 9:45. The reason we spread it out 20 minutes is so we're not exactly peaking at the same time. So if something happens, at least one of us isn't completely fucked up at the same time. After we both took the DXM, and we were both waiting for the effects to come in, we decided to play some Mortal Kombat, which is a game that both of us have been getting into quite a bit recently. And I do suggest that you do something like just play a game, watch a movie while you're waiting for it to come on. It comes on in about 30 minutes to an hour is what I would say. I could see it taking an hour and a half, but 30 minutes to an hour is what you should be expecting, unless you have a full stomach. At 10:07, about 42 minutes after my friend had consumed the DXM, he said he started he started to feel it. So I turned off Mortal Kombat, set up the camera, and we started to watch some Terrence McKenna talks. It was 10:10 and my friend had definitely began to start to feel the effects of the DXM. I myself had begun to feel the beginnings of a come-up. My friend commented on how he didn't like how skinny he appeared and began to work out. We began to watch some of our favorite trippy videos as the effects of the DXM kept increasing and increasing. At 10:28, both of us started to get pretty high, so we decided to turn off the lights and fully experience the trip.
Look at these toes. They bright.
We had just attempted to telepathically communicate. We could feel information being transferred, but we couldn't really decipher what was being transferred.
It has to be like touch connection, like because we tried it like distance-wise, it didn't work. It didn't work. Maybe through text, but maybe if we like video called, it might work. But text is a whole different like context. Do you remember Marina? You wanted to hook me up with her last year. Or this year. No, last year. You did. You're like, dude, try with her. The Asian one? She was like Asian. Yeah. Separation is like hard.
It is.
I thought I had the key, but then like I moved. I blamed everything on my parents. And I was like, it's not their fault. They're just trying to escape their own life. This truck is really beautiful. It won't trade my life for the world. Right? But I would like to go back and tell myself things that I really shouldn't do. Like, there's a lot of things I'd like to fix about that. I mean, I'm trying to fight the war for our consciousness, right? We are prepared as a society to awaken the mind. Bring back what it means to be human, right? The pineal gland is essential to everything about being human. They're attacking our pineal glands with everything they got. The DMT is released when you die. I don't feel pain right now. That's how I know I'm on it. I can't feel my hand. I could push as hard as I can, and I can't feel my hands. This is what they're trying to stop us from. This relief. And they fill us with this poison. It's ridiculous. Why do we ever even learn about the past? Why do we even learn about the past? The future is now. Right now we could have a whole change. Money means nothing. Everyone could wake up and say, I don't agree with money. Money does not control my value. It's because everybody's scared. They don't know what would happen. Everyone says, I don't like money. You can't put a value to my soul. Everyone could break the system. Everyone could cohesively live and trade their goods with others and love each other. We have one chance to love. We don't know what happens when we die. We don't. We do not. We just need to live now. We can't take advantage of it. We gotta take advantage of it. We can't. Everyone.
My friend pulls out his puzzles. They were quite amazing to look at the time. They are when you're sober, but especially then. At 11:24, I began to shadowbox. something I commonly like to do while I'm feeling the effects of DXM.
What?
Just kidding, I lied. How do you feel?
I feel like I'm high but not high.
Calming?
That shit is so good. So jam. Why can't everyone wake up one day and say, hey, you cannot tell me what to do? Because of pussies? I know. Where's the world? We're waking up, man. This is incredible. What a moment to be alive. What a blessing to be alive. You're stupid smart, bro. Like, you're too smart. Like, yeah, no problem. Like, Anthony was trying to talk shit about you. I was like, nigga, what? He's like, how can you be friends with him? I was like, nigga, he is super fucking smart, bro. Like, have you ever heard him talk? He's like, yeah, I've been in history. He's like pretty smart about it. He's like, nigga, he's basically like, he knows his shit. He knows what he's talking about when he's talking. He's like, yeah. And then like he got all silent. I was like, yeah, nigga, how could you not be friends with someone like that? Who knows what he's talking about? Who knows what's going around? You're coming with me. We are going. We gotta take the North Pole back, man. We do. The North Pole, there's something there. I can see it. I know there is. Get it back. Get us back to North Pole. Like, they have all these, like, fucking drugs that actually kill you. They end your life. They're illegal. And, like, opioids, alcohol, cigarettes, nicotine. They're legal. They're illegal. It's fucked up. They catch you with a little shroom. Opened your mind. They say, you got shrooms on you, boy? Yes, so. I got shrooms on me. They take you to jail. They put you in jail. They're trying to expand your consciousness. They're expanding your mind. It's at the plateau of reality.
We are in the end times.
You've enlightened me about a lot of stuff.
What?
You've enlightened me about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You've showed me, like, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
You just enlighten everyone.
My hand feels a lot better.
Okay.
Huh?
You okay?
Yeah.
We began to watch the movie Glass at 12:05. It was a really weird movie for the state we were in, and I do not recommend watching Glass on DXM at all. It was to the point where we couldn't even finish the movie. It was just too weird. At 2:39, my friend turns back on the PS4 and starts to play Mortal Kombat.
You just really suck.
Both of us could still strongly feel the effects of the DXM at this point. As I'm editing this documentary, I'm noticing the great deal of variance and increasement of length between the different videos I've taken, and I think this is because while you're peaking on DXM, time moves really slow, and once you're coming down off of that peak, time moves really fast, and I think I kind of forgot. I was just caught up in the moment, I just wasn't thinking to film a lot. At 4:06, me and my friend decided that we would attempt to sleep. But as you'll see, at about 4:25, we decided that wasn't going to work and we were not yet ready to go to sleep. While my friend was hitting me with the pillow that he made himself while I was laying on the couch, he managed to bust it open. That's pretty funny if you ask me. But the sun had come out and we definitely weren't going to go to sleep yet. So we went outside and we definitely still felt it at this moment. We got back from playing basketball at 6:18 and we were finally ready to go to sleep, and we would do so. We would wake up around noon and we decided to go get Chinese buffet like we had planned beforehand.
Come on, homie. Popping a snack. What's up? Chinese buffet. Round two.
We would eat our food, read our fortunes, and then head out on our way back over to my friend's house. At least that's what we planned to do, but unfortunately it didn't work out so well. On our way back to his house, my truck decided to die right before a highway, so we would have to push it across the highway into some back street, and that pretty much sucked ass. Neither of us could get my truck to start back up, so we just kind of decided to chill out where we were for a little bit, which turned into a lot of it. We would end up just leaving my truck and walking back to his place, and I would come back to get my truck at about 6, and I would get it to run this time. This experience with DXM was by far one of the most positive I've ever had. Most DXM experiences I've had are a mixture of both positive and negative. Things first started to get trippy at 10:45 or so. At 10:47, me and my friend attempted to telepathically communicate. We both felt each other attempting to give a message, but we couldn't actually receive it. In my opinion, and a few others on the internet, DXM breaks self-imposed restrictions and barriers on your thoughts and life and reality. I believe all mind-altering substances open your mind to receive information and knowledge that it's otherwise blocked from while sober. My friend shared quite a bit of personal stories and trials in his life throughout the night. Something he also did our first time experiencing DXM together last year. For many, DXM acts as a truth serum. I have never had it affect me this way, however. At about 11 at night, I began a train of thought where I was very appreciative of being alive and having the potential to expand my consciousness and understanding of the world. I felt that people had completely lost touch with what it means to be a human, an individual. I fully realized that the system can indeed be defeated and humanity could reclaim their spirituality. Money began to really disgust me. I didn't like how it puts an artificial value on resources and people. At 11:20, my friend brought out his trippy looking puzzles and I was amazed by them. I felt like they weren't simply puzzles, but instead stories about true occurrences. I kept wondering why people allow others to tell them how to live, all throughout the night. The notion that doctors can prescribe you so-called medicine with potential for addiction and death, but harmless substances like LSD, psilocybin, mescaline, and DMT are illegal, really upset me. I noticed just how truly off-course humanity has gone. The hatred and ignorance is getting close to the point of no return. Hopefully the spiritual enlightenment I believe our society is currently going through can combat this. I peeked on the DXM while we were watching the movie, Glass. I had absolutely no idea what was even going on in the movie, and it looked like the movie was operating in stop motion. The movie honestly weirded me out, and luckily my friend felt the same way, so we only watched about half an hour of it before we turned it off. At 1:08, my friend turned the flash of his phone on and began to do a DXM puppet show on the wall. For some reason, the shadows he was casting on the wall seemed like they were made up of matter, like they were really there, physically. When me and my friend were tossing the pillow back and forth, it felt like the actions were being done for me, and all they had to do was to tell my body to do them. Time moves very, very slowly while you are in the climax of your DXM trip. But once that peak is over, time speeds up dramatically, hence the increasing distances between each video that I took. This was by far the best come down I've ever experienced on DXM. I felt calm, euphoric, and lucky to be experiencing life. Once the dissociative effects of DXM dwindle away, it leaves you feeling more real than you did prior to consuming the DXM. Going outside to play basketball on our come down was very fun, but difficult. Whenever I'm outside while high on DXM, it feels like I can feel the environment around me. Similar to the feeling a small room may give you. Nature just feels like one big room, like you're still inside or something like that. Eating the Chinese food the next day was great, but I wish I could have eaten more than I did. DXM messes with your stomach and my appetite won't return to normal for a day or so. Overall, DXM is a substance that allows you to analyze yourself, others, and society in general. I do indeed believe that DXM has spiritual value within its experiences. Strange and outlandish things always seem to occur while I'm on DXM. I will expand on this in a future video. DXM must be respected and submitted to if you want a beneficial or enlightening experience. Introspective and anomalous. This is Dexter's Laboratory.